This Mr. Negative deck is the king of 8 cubes, but it is not the kind of Mr. Negative deck you are used to seeing. That's because it's a hybrid Mr. Negative mixed with a Nimrod deck. I've been very impressed with Nimrod, and we like playing Psylocke and Zabu in Nimrod decks anyway, because this is a way of getting the biggest Nimrod possible. We can go Zabu or Psylocke on 2, Wong on 3, Shuri on 4, Nimrod on 5, and then Zola or Destroyer on 6. 20-point Nimrod. The Destroyer into the Wong lane is also going to destroy all those Nimrods twice, so there's a lot of synergy between Destroyer and Wong. The biggest alarming thing with this one is if you play Mr. Negative and then draw your Destroyer is going to be a 15 cost card for 6 stats. So obviously that sucks, but I still think the Destroyer is worth including in the deck, because if you have Destroyer in your hand before you Mr. Negative, it's good to go. And also there's a lot of games you don't play Mr. Negative anyway, and if that does happen, you can just fold. Your opponent's not going to necessarily know that that's happened either, and you still have lots of outs. You have the Wong, Black Panther, Zola play still, which can be particularly good if your Zola is Mr. Negative, because it's going to cost you nothing. And you've also got the Kang to check if your opponent has the answer. Kang absolutely smurfing in this deck. I think it's the best deck I've seen for Kang so far, because there's so many times you might just be losing to an Arrow or a Shang-Chi on turn 6, but you can just check if they have it with Kang. They're going to play it if they have the winning answer to your Black Panther, for example. Iron Man, Mystique, of course, just incredibly good with Mr. Negative. If you high roll those cards, that's a really nice way of getting 8 cubes. Mystique also has a couple of other options with this one. You can Mystique the Wong for an absolutely huge Shuri. You can also Mystique Zabu, which is going to make your Shuri and your Wong cost just 2, which is pretty impressive. So you can go Zabu on 2, Mystique on 3, and then you can go Wong, Shuri together on 4. So there's quite a lot of nice options with this one. Definitely a weird deck in terms of the way it plays, but with the ability for it to win 8 cubes, it is really, really powerful. I would say the key to this deck is just when you've just got dysfunctional hands, like those games where Mr. Negative is hitting your Destroyer, just fold and lose a cube, and then try and just get those big 8 cube wins. And I think this is going to be a really nice way to climb. Guys, what do you reckon of this little Nike thing I got in the charity shop? Oh, that's not Leech. That's pretty good. I don't even know if we're winning still. Nimrod's going to 40 points. So we'll have 40 left. 40 right. It's gonna be a bit of a situation to see if it's enough here. We can't roll Zola because then the Shuri stays. Isn't it 80? Oh, it's more. Goes to 10, 20, 40. Oh, you're right. It's 80. I definitely want to snap. Just don't get leeched. I also love a bit of Adidas. I'm more an Adidas guy than Nike, but I like both, to be fair. It was like £7. Can't go wrong. 80-point Nimrodders. Destroyer mid isn't enough to win on its own, so we'll just go to the right with the Destroyer here. So we did well to just play to our out here, which is the dream top deck. And that's why I just kind of like the idea of Mr. Negative. It just turns this deck into... Like, sometimes all you need is Shuri, Nimrod, right? Or Wong, Shuri, Nimrod. But it just means that we can also go... If we hit Negative on 3 or Wong on 3... Wong on 3, Shuri on 4. I mean, Namor's getting ripped. Nice. I don't think we can lose from here. Yeah, that's not going to do it, son. Thanks for the extra points, though. Brilliant. Okay. Oh, dear. That is fantastic. Black Panther edition I like. Pretty good with negative, right? We can go Psylocke and then negative into Vormir. That's not good. So we could go Wong, been off the negative. I think it's always worth going for still at this point. It's good on everything except Destroyer. Pretty solid. Oh, for God's sake! The other question is, do I go for Psylocke or not? I could be top decking a Destroyer, which I can't play, so I don't really want to snap. I guess we don't need to do this just yet. We can just do this, right? Okay. Could have just snapped on this. Like, I don't even need to roll the Zola probably, right? Let's go, champ! Woo! Deck is definitely feeling quite wonky at the moment. Like, I think we're too invested in Mr. Negative. Not enough in just... I want like the deck to function without Mr. Negative, and right now I've turned it into a Mr. Negative pile. But I'm not sure the number... I mean, that was a possibility, but I felt a little bit... Maybe I should have just gone for it. I felt like it wasn't winning, though. So we could actually Mystique the Zabu here. Which is kind of okay. I quite like the idea of storming Danger Room when I have a Zola in my deck. I think we just need like more normal cards, right? Yeah, we have Shuri, we have Panther, and Nimrod as 2 Shuri targets, which I think is fine. This looks like a win. I can lose to Shang-Chi. I can lose to Shang-Chi. Maybe this is better then. This is better against Shang. The question is this actually going to be enough to win the left? I would wager it should be. I have 9 points minimum. Eh, maybe not. So we're saying we're losing to Shang. Because I'm probably going to be behind on the tiebreaker. Their deck does kind of look like the kind of deck which would play Shang. So maybe I do just go Nimrod and say 10 points will be enough left. Which it isn't necessarily. It's going to be the concern. So the question is, do we want to try and beat Shang or... Because if I don't play... I'm just losing to Shang, just slightly. I could also do this. Yeah, I just lose to Shang-Chi here. Kang is very good for this deck, man. There's often on turn 6 just like a weird card which beats us. That kind of could be one of them, right? So we're hitting two cards. We only need to hit the monster to win, so we should be fine. Because Wong means we hit 2 of the cards. So it's a 1 in 3 that we lose. If we hit... Are we even... Maybe we're even fine if we hit Storm and Wong. It'll be 4 points. No. Okay. Yeah, we have to hit the monster, right? Because of Captain Marvel as well. Wouldn't even win the right. Classic opponent changing their play. Classic loss. Man, I'm sure... Oh, we win? It couldn't have gone right? We would have won the tiebreak if it goes right. Thank God. Whew. I don't think they'll change Kang. I honestly think Kang is more balanced than I expected. I think one thing they should do with Kang is speed up the animation. It takes too long in my opinion. I think Kang's honestly in a pretty good spot. I want to draw some cards here, so I'm not skipping. I'm kind of just relying on maybe Destroyer Nimrod. If we hit the Destroyer, we can just get rid of the rocks anyway. Alright, we snap on that. We hit the card we were looking for, the Destroyer. Yeah, the tournament's been broadcast later on at like midnight EU time, unfortunately. It's pretty late. But we'll probably watch it on stream tomorrow. I'm not sure I'm going to be up at that time, so I want to get on the early mornings again. I've had a couple... I didn't really get to see... I actually moved the position of my bed last week. I haven't been sleeping as well. I moved it back tonight. My goodness, I had such a lovely sleep, which is good. But already you can see the Destroyer is just too important for this deck not to play it. So here we could play the Kang because I draw another card. But I think I just don't care, right? I don't need another card. I just want the Destroyer. I am going to Kang here, though. Kang on 6 is just so much better because of the fact that your opponent might retreat and you just get a free win without risking anything, and then you get to see, like... What if you played Wong, Nimrod, then Destroyer and Wong? Yeah, you destroy your Nimrod twice. That's a big reason I want to play Destroyer in this deck. Without Kang, you could play, like, Ironheart. You just play some kind of, like, card which is good with Mr. Negative. You could play Magic. I would probably advise against Magic. Kang is kind of doing very similar things to Magic in this deck, but in a much better way. Magic is too anti-synergy with the deck when you're not playing negative, because you play Shuri on 4, and then you play like Ironheart, I think, for example, would be okay. Taskmaster might be alright. No, I would say the other Nimrod deck is going to be better, the one with Doctor Doom. White Tiger, I think, is also a really nice consideration. I would be quite interested in playing White Tiger for sure. Okay, the play looks like Destroyer mid, because Destroyer mid is just beating Silver Surfer. But then it kind of depends where they play there. We're not guaranteed to win this. I wonder if Zola's guaranteed to win. There's 20 stats into the other two lanes. It wouldn't actually win mid, would it? So we have a decision to make on if we go Destroyer mid or Destroyer left. Tricky one. Beautiful! Kang doing the business. I'm not sure I would have made this play without Kang. No Psylocke Zabu is a pain in the butt. Kind of late, Zabu. Turn too late. We might not go for the negative at this point anyway. Not sure. Depends what we draw, I guess. Maybe it's just correct to go for it because our opponent might fear it anyway. Like, I'm pretty sure just like going Wong Shuri seems like the line here, no? Instead of going negative at this point. Like, it's only really Mystique we could hit off negative, which would be that good, and Zola. Which, I mean, maybe that's worth it. We'll just say we can't play Destroyer this game. So if I go negative now, I can go Shuri Wong on 5. No, I can't. Go Shuri on Wong on 5. That's the problem, right? It just makes things a bit awkward. Maybe we're fine. Let's try the negative still. Like think Mystique would be worth it, for example. Psylocke's also not too bad, right? Because now next turn I'm going to have 8 energy, so I can go Shuri Panther. Board space, also a bit awkward. Yeah, Reality Stone is a good shout. I guess we should Kang next turn then. Well, that's certainly a good find. Yep. Ah! Okay, they arrow us. That's really good to know. That's very, very good to know. Because we could hit the Shuri, which would be losing. But it's a 50-50 that we win here. Is there a world that we don't even need the Shuri? I'm going to go ahead and say no. I think we always need to play the Shuri still, right? I'm going to snap. It's a 50-50. They might run. Obviously, they might not even go for the Reality Stone. They might change their play. They might not arrow us. Arrow elsewhere is more scary because of the line we're going for. Looks like they go for the same play. Alright, so now it's a 50... Oh! Okay, it's actually better than the 50-50 now that we win. That's a big Panther! We just have... Okay, sure. 50-50. Please! Please! Oh, for God's sake. Are we fine still? We might win the tiebreaker, right? We're losing mid. Mid's a tie. But I think we're winning the tiebreaker anyway. Yeah, we win. Let's go! This deck's so fun. I guess we just go Psylocke. We can go like Nimrod mid maybe. Actually, we go Nimrod left. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So we could go Nimrod mid and then Zola it on 6. We could go Panther mid and Zola it on 6. I think I prefer that line. So the question is, do I want to play anything into the flooding? I mean, I could play the Nimrod there in fairness. Nimrod kind of gives up info that I'm not really that comfortable giving up. And we're already winning the left, so if I was to play Nimrod, it should be here anyway. Oh! Mirror, perhaps? I don't even get to see this, do I? We don't even get to see it, mate. They might be doing something similar to us. I'm pretty sure Panther should beat them, though. Right? So here we want to play for initiative. We want to be going first so they can't arrow us. Let's snap them back, mate. Let's have it. Okay. Magic? Wow. That is very good for us. Because now I can go Destroyer to kill the Nimrod. It doesn't kill the middle card, I believe. And then I can Zola the Panther still. Oh! Okay. Zola just became very weird. But it's fine. Even if it's Destroyer, I think we're fine. We have to go for it. Arrow to the right would be an issue. That's also an issue because we have no space to the right now. Oh god. This might have beaten us. I think hitting Destroyer is not even that bad off Zola. I don't know. Because the Zola trigger's first, right? And we want to hit... I don't know what we want to hit. Not that, I think. Because I think we don't get one to the right. Maybe we're fine still, but I think that was the worst hit because of them filling the lane. Oh! 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 That's a win! It's a win. Woohoo! Love it.